Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a can of Sur Amarillo. It's 7.5% ABV and it's described as a sour pale ale. I don't think in all of the years I've been drinking beer, 6 years now, reviewing beer on YouTube, that I've ever come across a sour pale ale. So it's a new style of beer for me. Should be very interesting. Whether the beer is spontaneously fermented beer to make that kind of sourness, with lots of Amarillo hops. It's by Tool Brewery in Denmark, but it's produced by the Proof Brewery in Belgium. Let's just get this can out into a glass and see what we get, is it? Whoa, nice little bit of liveliness there coming out of that can. Beer in a glass then. Oh my goodness me, look at this, it's coming out like syrup. Wow. A big head developing in the glass then, probably a big 3-finger, slightly off-white head, nice creamy head, a slightly hazy glass of beer. Carbonation, it is kind of, it's a little bit carbonated in its own way, but it's not doing too much. I do like that thick, fluffy, dense head. It's not the head on a beer that wants to dissipate really quickly. Sometimes when you pour a beer out, the head, you can see it visibly falling away in the glass, but this looks to be holding its own there. So this hazy, lovely coloured orange ale then, let's get the aroma. Wow, I can smell them Amarillo hops through that dense head. It really is coming through. Tropical fruits, orange, pineapple, grapefruit. Smells really good. Nice level of sweetness in there. Not really picking up too much sourness, but I think that's going to come through in the taste. Cheers. Oh my. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. That is absolutely mind-bendingly crazy for a beer. Yeah, I don't know where to start with this beer. I don't know whether, after that first taste, I don't know whether I got a massive bang of sourness or the massive bang of Amarillo hops pushing through. It was one of them split-second decisions that it was a kind of a race to the line. What do they call it in the athletics when they... a photo finish. It was a photo finish between the sourness and the Amarillo hops in this beer. Absolutely mind-bending stuff then. This beer is crazily sour. I always try and revert back to sourness too. Can you remember as a kid you'd have them little kind of foamy space flying saucer sweets, and they would be filled with like that lemony, sherbety stuff, and they used to be crazy sour. That's exactly what I'm getting from this beer, this amazing kind of sourness pushing through. And then on the kind of the back end, you have this fruity, tropical fruity Amarillo hop with a nice level of bitterness to go with it. So sour and bitter and flavoursome and just wow, what a beer. Absolutely fantastic. I picked this beer up in Brewdog in Cardiff. Look at that. Look at that quality. And I'm glad I picked it up. Picked it up with the other Tool beer, the Goes to Hollywood. It was a Gers, and I think that had some funky hop going on as well. That was absolutely fantastic. But this is absolutely crazy stuff. I love it. It makes you want to kind of... Do you know if you threw a packet of crisps in the fire and that packet of crisps would kind of shrivel up really quickly? That's what the beer is doing to my mouth. It feels like it's shriveling my mouth up. A really big, nicely carbonated. Although I said there wasn't too much carbonation in the glass, the more of the beer I poured out, you can see the streams of carbonation moving their way through the beer. but it's nicely carbonated, not over carbonated. There's a straw wheatiness in there. Nice level of malt. But that, I like the fact that after 6 years reviewing beer on YouTube, I'm still being shocked. I'm still being kind of surprised by beer. You'd think that by now I would have tried every possible style in the world, but new styles just keep coming out. We are really in the middle of a craft beer revolution that is set to take over the world. I am pretty sure of it. I've never been so sure of something in my life. Brilliant beer, absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Let's give it a rating. So, Sur Amarillo by Tool Brewing Company. Tool Brewery, 7.5% ABV. Brewed at the Proof Brewery in Belgium. Rating. I'm never going to get over that sourness. It really is kind of puckering up my mouth completely. From the mouthfeel to that kind of rich, dense, dank mouthfeel, to the nice levels of carbonation, to that wonderful sourness, the way the beer looks in the glass, the way that, look at that, the head retention on that beer. It's just holding its head. That is pure quality in a glass. A lovely colour to the beer. There's nothing in this beer. I suppose the only thing that would maybe the smallest of downsides is that if you heard of craft beer and you were looking to get into craft beer and you picked up one of these cans for the first time, I think it might put you. I think it might take you a step back from drinking craft beer. I think it might put you off, because this really is something for, I'm not going to say experience, but for people who are open-minded and they're willing to kind of let their mind be kind of mangled by flavour. So, for me, this is a magnificent 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.